Now to the very human side of the war in Ukraine, one which often gets lost in all the talk of strategy, or the focus on ground gained, regions secured, and missiles targeting energy infrastructure, for example. Amongst the carnage, both old and new, lies the lives of those most impacted, the people whose entire worlds changed forever the day that Putin sent in his troops. Some of those impacted were able to escape here, to Australia. Two we met 5 months ago on this very desk. I thought it was time for an update and also time to talk to someone about how better we can assist those who have been displaced and in some cases have lost absolutely everything. Tatiana and Anastasia, welcome back to you. So great to see you both.
Yeah.
Hello,
Thank you so much. Really happy to have you here. Thank you. We'll chat to you in a sec. Andrew, great to see you as well from the Ukrainian Association here, part of New South Wales.
Thank you very much for the invitation.
I want to talk to you about how many people we've taken in just a second. But ladies, I want to remind you about where you're at, and this is probably quite raw for you as well, but this was about 5 months ago on our first show. Take a look.
Yes. Ukrainian people very strong, very brave. We very trust in our country. We want to say thank you, all world. Thank you, Australia.
Now, Tatiana, you just arrived here then. You were very recently here. Does that bring back what kind of memories?
Yes, it's very hard memories because it's all very terrible for our country and each Ukrainian person.
Your husband is still overseas. Your father's over there fighting as well. How are they going?
Yes, my father, my nephew, cousin and brother-in-law are fighting. Most of my relatives and friends defend this Ukraine now.
That's your dad.
Oh,
Yeah.
yes.
My husband,
And it's my grandfather.
civilian volunteer, he stays in our city and help with everything. It's military clothing and protection for army and humanitarian aid, much more, everything what need.
I'm curious to know how often you watch the news. Like, could you sit in front of the TV and watch updates all day? How do you stop yourselves from doing that? I'll ask you first, Tatiana.
I try look every day because it's my country. I must know what happened every day, every minute. But it's really very very stressful for me. And sometimes, yes, I say stop. You need to make some job. You need to improve your English, everything, and you need make better your life. Because if only cry, it's not helping. Yes, we need to do something and help Ukraine. We need to stay more strong, everybody from Ukraine.
Well, you are doing that so incredibly well. Something you do incredibly well is play the piano. I'll have a look for those who missed our first show.
Okay.
Oh, it is actually really annoying to watch someone with that much natural talent and ability. Congratulations. Not only have you settled into a new country, but what is your big news?
Oh, yes, my big great news that I will go to Conservatorium High School next school year.
Wow, the
Yes.
Conservatorium of Music.
Yes, of music.
You made it in there.
Yes, it was hard journey to get there, many tests, but principal and many kind people helped me. And I will go to the school. I'm so excited because it's one of the best in the Australia.
In the world?
Yes, yes, I agree.
How did you tell your dad, who's over in Ukraine, as part of the fight?
I just always, every day, speak with him into FaceTime, and I always say him all news what I have, and he was very excited and very happy.
It was
bet.
her dream.
Yes,
Yes.
Your dream.
Yes.
my dream. I like music.
I know you do, I know, and I know that it helps you to cope with the fact that your home country is going through a really tough time. You were just starting school when we spoke to you as well over here. Tell me you've made some amazing friends and it feels lovely.
Yes, of course. Here is many so kind children, people. They help to us, and it's very nice. At my school, many children from Ukraine, so we can speak Ukrainian language. It's very nice.
Do you ever say anything mean about the other children?
Yes, all children good. Because much easier for me speaking Ukrainian, so it's easier. But all children very good.
Oh,
I remember when I came first day to the school, all children came to me and speak with me like, hello, how are you? Where are you from? And when I told to them that I'm from Ukraine, they said, oh, I'm so sorry. I know that war in Ukraine, it's very sad. Sorry.
So they were aware of what was going on, and they welcomed you, and they were warm, and that's so. I mean, it doesn't surprise me about Australians, but it's really lovely to hear.
But it's children who came from another countries
As well.
Yeah.
Well, we do have a lot of people from all over the world here, so a lot of them might know what it feels like to go to a new country.
Yes, it's school for English Intensive Center, so all children from another countries.
Oh, that's beautiful. I'm so. It's so lovely to see you so happy and to hear the excitement in your voice. Andrew, this is obviously a great example of people coming into this country that needed us and making an incredible contribution and clearly enhancing this country. How many people have we taken in from Ukraine, and what is the need like?
Australia has taken in 4,800 nationally. I'm from the Ukrainian Council of New South Wales, so I'm really close to what's happening in New South Wales, and here we have 1,700 in New South Wales. Look, so many of them are like Tatiana and Anastasia. They're hard workers, they're learning English, they're trying to re-qualify, they're trying to rebuild their lives from absolutely nothing. The stresses are constant. It is very challenging to try to get on with your life knowing that loved ones could die every single day. Every Ukrainian Australian, those that have just arrived or those that have been there their whole lives like me, still have family back in Ukraine. And every morning you wake up and think, has my village been bombed? Has my town been bombed? Russia dropped, as we've seen, 100 bombs across all of Ukraine just a few days ago, and is continuing to do this. It is trying to terrorise the Ukrainian population prior to winter so they'll make a deal, but it won't work. In terms of the domestic need, the big needs we have are really finding jobs and accommodation. So the state government and the federal government provide short-term accommodation upon your arrival into Australia. There's around 6 weeks. After 6 weeks, though, they need to find their own accommodation. There is no social housing. There's already a massive queue. They don't go to the front of that, and we're not asking for them to go to the front. And that's the
hard part, because I spoke about it at the top of the show with the cost of living crisis, energy bills, power bills. There are a lot of Australians doing it really tough as well. So there's a big pool of people that need to be helped. It's tough.
Absolutely. So what the state government provides a lot, but we still need more. If people want to help displaced Ukrainians, look, if you want to help just one displaced Ukrainian, there is a woman whose husband died on the front lines 2 weeks ago. She was here, she's a 30-year-old woman. Her name is Irena. Her husband, she has a 4-year-old and a 2-year-old. She got a call on the 22nd of October to say your husband has been killed. So if you go to the Ukrainian Council of New South Wales website, which is ucnsw.org, there is a link there to a GoFundMe where you can raise money for Irena, who now has to face life without a husband and her children without a loving father. If you want to help all displaced Ukrainians, go to our website. Will take you to the Ukraine Crisis Appeal. The Ukraine Crisis Appeal, it's an Australian charity. It's set up here, it's tax deductible, it's run in conjunction with Rotary Australia, and it provides grassroots support to displaced Ukrainians here in Australia, or you can donate to help Ukrainians in Ukraine. Winter's coming, it's brutal.
Yeah.
That's how people can help.
I can see you're tearing up. I'm tearing up even hearing that.
I knew Irena. I placed her in a home, and when I heard that her husband had died, it's very hard.
You're clearly doing this with the greatest of intentions. These are your people, and well done on the work you guys are doing. How does it feel to hear that when you sit here with your husband over there, your father over there?
It's very scary, but we really worry about everybody in Ukraine. Yes, it's all our big family. Yeah. We love Ukraine. We love all Ukrainian people, and we worry. Really, it's very hard time for all our country. I think, yes, me and my daughter, we lucky person. We lucky. Thank you, God. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, Australia. We in safety. We feel caring here, everywhere.
Okay, well, that's a real healthy dose of perspective. If anyone watching needs that Thank you so very much, both of you.
Thank you.
In another 5-6 months, I'll bring you on, and hopefully the rest of the
Yes.
family might be here as well, or you'll be back home and we'll live cross you
Yes.
back home. Who knows?
Oh.
Fingers crossed. And thank you so much for coming
Yes.
in and all
Thank
of
you
your
very
work.